How's it going, Ouachita? You've tuned into The Rundown, the show for sports fans by sports fans. I'm Jackson Carter, and beside me is Ben Klein. Ben, what do we got on the schedule for today?
Well, Jackson, today we're going to cover Ouachita soccer. Both the men and women's teams kicked off their home opener this past Saturday against Central Baptist College. Both teams scored a victory, with the men beating the Mustangs 5-3 and the women routing the Mustangs 7-0. Arkansas transfer Haley Hatcher scored 3 of these 7 goals.
Jared Carlin, a senior from Lubbock, Texas, is the captain for the men's program this year. Our crew caught up with him to get his input about the season.
Last year we got a new coach, and so we had a lot of players from an old coach, but this has been really the first year that he's brought in his own recruiting class, and so we've got 17 or 18 new guys, young freshmen that are just ready to go, and so it's been exciting to have new blood on the field and just kind of get rolling as the season's really just about to hit full swing.
Both the men and women's teams will travel to Abilene, Texas for their next game against McMurray University.
Now let's kick it over to Mitchell and Tyler for their first intramural segment of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the intramural segment of The Rundown. We are back again to give you everything from player interviews to panel predictions. Our intramural program has been ranked in the top 50 of thousands of programs across the country. We rank higher in student participation than U of A and UCLA. With over 60% of our student body as a part of intramurals and a newly hired full-time trainer, the OBU intramural program is kind of a big deal. And we're here to give you the inside scoop on everything that happens. My name is Mitchell Kelly. Alongside me here is my good friend Tyler Davis. And we're going to kick things off right with a preview of the tradition-based sport of flag football. Tyler, what are we in store for this season?
Well, Mitch, flag football is back in action, and it looks to be just as exciting as ever. We have 3 leagues this year with a men's competitive and amateur league, as well as a women's league. We have 32 total teams competing this year, and everybody wants the shirt, not to mention a chance to take the lead in the race for the Campus Cup. Games have kicked off this week, and we caught up with 2 veteran flag football athletes to hear their take on flag football this season.
I think because I love football a ton, and I never played in high school, actual football. So I think it's my chance to play and not get injured. That was pretty much my main reason for playing, and so I think that's why I get a chance to play and to enjoy a sport that I like to watch a lot.
Semester here, me and a group of guys on our floor got a team together, and it was a blast. And intramurals for me has just been something consistent that I've been plugged into ever since I've been at college. It's fun, it's competitive. Whether it's you bringing out your high school glory days out on the field, or just having a good time with friends and just messing around, it's a blast.
Well, there you go. Tune in next week as we hit the gridiron hard with an inside look at both Fog Blue of the competitive league and our staff team, Man Down, of the amateur league.
All right, well, let's kick it out to Brandon and the Roundtable.
Hey sports fans, thank you for once again tuning into the Roundtable. This week I've got the one, the only, Jackson Carter, and today we're going to interrogate him to find out his knowledge of college football. All right, Jackson, I know it's still very early in the season, but we've got 5 questions regarding the college football season this year. Let's get to it.
All right.
After week 1, what team impressed you the most?
You know, it was probably the biggest game this week. The only top 10 matchup, real BCS implications here, but Clemson impressed me the most this week. They stuck it out, hard-fought game, and they beat Georgia 38-35. Taj Boyd had an excellent showing. He showed why he's a Heisman contender. He showed control. He showed poise. He showed what a real quarterback should be, which is a leader on the field. And their defense, while they let Georgia score 35 points, they did what they needed to do when they needed to do it, and that's really what matters at the end of the day.
All right, so what player needs to be on every team's radar? We've seen a bunch of playmakers this week and this weekend, and hopefully next week they'll come back and do the same thing. But who do you think should be on every team's radar?
You know, I'm gonna go out there and say it. He's not the favorite player. Johnny Manziel deserves to be on every single team's radar. Yeah. I don't care if you like him or not. He's not a villain. He's a stupid guy. He's made some bad mistakes. He's been in the news for the wrong reasons, and that's not debatable. However, he is one heck of an athlete, and he can make plays. He came in the second half, and for the little bit of time he actually played against Rice before he got pulled out again, he scored 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's got intangibles that are just incredibly hard to defend against. And even when you think you've done it, like Alabama thought they did last year, it turns out he's just going to do something crazy and make you just rethink everything that you've game plan for. So, I mean, Manziel, while he's, I guess, the bad guy of college football, he deserves to be on everyone's radar.
And I love the trash talk. I think it's hilarious. I think it's great for the game. It makes it more exciting, and it's fun to watch. Thanks, Jackson. That's all the time we got. There you have it. Now you know which teams to watch next Saturday, which teams not to watch, and what players to watch. Thanks to Jackson Carter for joining me on the Roundtable, and we'll see you next week.
Well, that's all we've got for today. Be sure to tweet us at The Rundown OBU with your ideas for upcoming episodes. For Jackson Carter, I'm Ben Klein. Keep it sporty, Washita.
If Tyler's great,
I'm good.
Chelsea's the one we're worried about.